All right, so here's the thing. Nobody needs to give you permission to do the thing that you're called to do. Let me say that one more time. You do not need permission from anyone. You don't need validation. You don't need other people, especially those in like your closest circle, to tell you that whatever you're called to do is the right thing for you. Because what I have found is that the people that were closest to me never understood it. They never understood what I wanted to do, where I was going in life, because they were on different journeys. Everyone around you is on a different journey to you. And the only person that your journey is going to make sense to is you. And honestly, like, it's probably not even going to make sense to you anyways. And I mean that in a way that, okay, let me explain it a bit differently. To your logical mind, it doesn't make sense. To your logical mind, it makes no sense, but deep down, it's like this knowing, it's this feeling, it's this thing that you keep coming back to time and time and time again. So I've been wanting to pretty much launch the same business for 2 or 3 years now. Jesus, no, for 4 years. For over 4 years now, right? And I started and I launched. I've launched the business so many times, and then I'll take it down out of fear or of thinking like, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not far enough on my journey, I'm not this, I'm not that. All these things that I thought that I needed to be in order for me to teach the things that I was called to teach. So I let myself get in the way too many times. I let my fear get in the way. I let my fear stop me far too many times. Far too many fucking times. And what it comes down to is like, I guess once I had shattered all the stories and the limiting beliefs that stopped me, then I was fully able to step into it, right? But I found that once I was ready to step into it, as I'm looking back at all the things that I wanted to create courses on, or that I wanted to teach people about, that I wanted to coach on, it's really cool because now I have this massive backlog of content that's all relevant and that's all the same thing. But looking back on it, it's been the same content every time because my soul was always calling me forward that way. My soul was always telling me that this is the thing that I'm meant to teach. I'm meant to help people live lives that they actually enjoy and to follow their soul's highest calling and to create a fucking life that they love. And that most often that's going to come through finding your purpose or living on purpose, just doing what you feel called to do. And that's always going to be the path for you. So if you feel the call to go in a certain direction, but you have all these stories or these beliefs that you're not good enough, you're not whatever enough, you see, okay, so example, I have always been called to help people follow their soul's highest calling, to live a life they love. But the crux of it is that I wanted to help people understand their purpose and why they're here. But I always told myself that how can I teach people this when I don't know what my purpose is? It was like a cart before the horse kind of thing in my mind, where I was like, I can't help people find their purpose when they're gonna know that I'm a fraud and I'm a fake because I don't know what my purpose is. When like, that's my fucking purpose. Do you see what I mean? Like I kept making up all this bullshit about why I couldn't do it. Because that's always, always, always gonna be what your head does, what your brain does, what your mean girl does, your ego, whatever you wanna call it. Those stories, those limiting beliefs, those those things will always come up to try to stop you, especially the closer that you get to doing the damn thing. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the louder those voices are going to get. But also, the more the magic you're going to let in, and the more you're going to allow the universe to work through you. That is what I have found. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the more magic comes, and the more magic flows, and the more you're able to fully step into trusting the guidance to take you there. Because when you're stuck in your comfort zone, you're just very stuck in it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not ready to take the leaps. But if you fully commit, I've done it in many different ways. It's pretty much like Tony Robbins says it one way. He says, you burn the boats. So what he means is, like, if what you want is on the island and you just came from the mainland, but you want to be on the island because the cool shit that you want is on the island, cool, like, go to the island, but then fucking burn your boats. Like, make sure that you can't go back, because that ego voice is going to come up and tell you that you can't do it, which is what happened to me so many times. I started launching my coaching business or launching my courses, launching my ebook. Like, I've written an ebook, I've created a course, I've created so much content, so many videos, so many blog posts, all these things, and every time I would do it, and then I would get scared. I wouldn't let myself fully sell it. I wouldn't let people invest in it. I wouldn't hold the energy that long, because it was like something within me was stopping me from actually doing it, because it meant living at a different level. It meant doing things in a big way that I wasn't ready for. And so I would take it all down. I would go back to the mainland. I never actually burned my boats. So that's one way to explain it. Another way is, like, before I left America, I started traveling 2 years ago now. It's been almost exactly 2 years. In one more month it'll be 2 years. So before I left, I could feel myself going to the next level. I could feel it. Like, I was, like, buying all these random things. Like, I was buying a suitcase. I was buying stuff for my bathroom stuff. I was downsizing. I was doing all these things, yet I didn't actually consciously know what was happening next. And my jobs started to not make that much money, and I had fully decided, I was like, I'm done with these jobs, and I finally cut the cord on my relationship that I had kind of wanted to walk away from for a long time, and the universe kept giving me signs that I needed to break up with him. But I cut all the cords, and I was like, done. I'm gonna move to LA. I ended up not moving to LA, and I moved to New Zealand. But either way, like, I could feel it coming. I could feel the shift happening, and I got rid of everything. I burned my boats. Like, I took the fucking leap. This is I guess how I like to say it better. I take the leap, and then you grow your wings on the way down, because I had no idea where I was leaping to. I just knew that I was done with my current reality. I knew I was done. I knew it was time for the next thing. And so I leapt. And I trusted that whatever was meant for me would find me, that I would find it. Whatever was calling me forward was what I would find. And I've done this many times since, like, moving. I'm trying to tell this without outing people and I guess talking about other people, even though they're part of my story. So I decided I was going to move for whatever reason we won't say. So I was moving from one location, and I needed to leave. Like, it was bad energy there, and I had to go. I had no choice. And I actually had, like, no money saved up either. In all logic, I should have been homeless. I should have ended up homeless. But I trusted. I trusted that I was guided to leave, and that I had to leave for whatever reason. So I got a plane ticket. I flew in, started working at an event that just perchance like landed in my lap, and flew in on the same day as one of my friends, so we ended up working together, which was really cool. But everything worked out. All logic pointed to the money wasn't going to come, it wasn't going to work out, but that's where people get hung up. As we try to plan it, we go with what our logical brain says instead of just trusting that inner knowing, trusting that guidance that's pulling you forward, even though most of the time it is so fucking scary that you want to shit your pants because you're like, there's no way this is going to happen. I have no idea what's happening next. And it can be a bit stressful, but I put myself in those situations a lot where I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going next. I have no idea what's happening next, because that lets the magic in. Because the more that you can jump into the unknown, the more you can take a leap, the more the universe is able to catch you and to work with you and to make all of your dreams a reality. Because you would not be guided to take the fucking leap if it wasn't meant for you, if there wasn't something waiting on the other side for you. So I don't even remember why I started this video, what I was talking about. Because you have a fucking purpose. Because your soul is guiding you forward. Right. That is the thing. Your soul will always guide you to where you're meant to end up. And it doesn't have to make sense as you're in it. But if you're guided, you are guided. If your soul is calling you, it is calling you. And it is up to you to follow that guidance, to follow that call. Because you wouldn't be called, you wouldn't be guided, you wouldn't feel the feelings of desire to have this certain thing if it wasn't on your heart and soul to create. If it wasn't already yours in the scheme of, manifestational things. So if it's a desire of yours to have, to be, to do this certain thing, that's your soul guiding you. That is your soul guiding you to do the damn thing. So it is your job forevermore to get over all the bullshit that tells you that you can't do it, that you can't be it, that you can't have it, and just do the damn thing. Because that is how you get everything you want in your life. You just take the fucking leap. You just do it. You just do it, and you trust, and it all works out. And in the midst of it, yes, all your limiting beliefs come up, all your stories come up, your, ego will try to stop you in whatever ways, and that is normal. That is so normal. But the more that you can come back to trusting, and the more that you can ingrain new beliefs that it gets to be easy, that it gets to go this way, that you get to have anything you want, the more you continue to ingrain those beliefs, the easier it will be to overcome those stories when they come up, because they will always come up, but you can't let that keep you stuck. Because if you do, then you will never get anywhere. And it's up to you to follow your soul's guidance, because it's always guiding you home. All right, that is all I have to say for you today. And yeah, I love you. Continue following whatever is on your heart. Continue following whatever is pulling you forward. It might be scary in the moment. Okay. I will leave a link below this video for a fear workshop that I created. My goodness, it was over a year ago, wasn't it? It was about a year ago. I created it about a year ago. See, I have all this backlog of content that I had created every time I launched. And then fear stopped me and I would take it all down. But I have this amazing workshop to work through your fears. And I need to be that coach that takes my own advice. So I should probably watch the workshop as well. Because it was all fully channeled content. Like, I didn't go into it knowing what I was going to be creating it on. It just kind of came through me, came out of me. And that's the whole thing about all of this. Like, if you're called to teach something, you don't have to, like, plan it out and think, like, oh, I only have this much content and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'll run out of content or all the bullshit stories. If you're called, you're called. and you will continue to get the downloads. You will continue to be guided. So if there's something that you're on the verge of and you are just shit scared of taking the leap, I would recommend clicking the link in the comments that I'm going to put there to watch the fear video. All right, and until then, have a amazing, amazing life and continue following your soul's guidance. Continue following what you're called to do. You can't go wrong. All right, love you. Bye.